Today, I'm going to introduce an interesting topic to you, which is why do ideas come to us in the shower? The ideas in the shower could be a solution to a math problem you have been thinking for a long time, or a creative idea for your project you are working on. Sometimes we will lack of inspiration, and it is good for us to know when we can get the thoughts under what kind of situation. According to Hosey in 2016, there is a research from Dr. Kaufman, who is a psychologist, shows that 72% people get good ideas when they are in the shower, while 14% people will go to the shower for ideas. There are three explanations about ideas in the shower from neuroscientists. The first one is the release of dopamine. Then I will talk about the habitual actions, finally, being alone. First, let's talk about the release of dopamine. Taking a shower is relaxed and comfortable. When you feel relaxed, your brain will release dopamine. It will let you get into a calm and joyful state. Dopamine is a chemical released by the brain, and it regulates your mood, your attention, your energy, and etc. We all know that it can also create a feeling of happiness. A research by Alban said that when dopamine level increases, we are more focused, productive, and motivated. This is why dopamine can help us have good ideas. Next, let's talk about habitual actions. When we are in the shower, we don't have to think about we should rinse our hair first or squeeze the shampoo first. Also, we don't need to think about which part of body we should start to wash later. Every action is like automatic process. At the time you're aware of it, you've already finished. According to the article Know Your Brain Default Mode Network in 2015, neuroscientists found that there is a default mode network, which is also called as DMN, in our brain. When we are distracted by some habitual actions, we can easily get into this mode. DMN is like the standby mode of a computer. The difference between them is that computer is inactive when at rest, while our brain is still active in some parts. This picture shows the difference in brain function. When we engage in a task, such as paying attention, our brain works in red parts. The brain in DMN works in blue parts when we are at rest or just thinking but without specific purpose. Those parts actually bend with creative thinking. That's why we can easily associate something accidentally or may realize something subtly. Last, there is one more important factor, which is being alone. People are alone in the shower, right? At least most of people. There is an article by Rayleigh in 2013 said that to some people, shower time is even the only time they can be alone in a day. At this time, we don't need to care about others' opinions, and we also don't need to worry about what others will think of us. If you have the experience of group meeting, which could be a club meeting or work meeting, you would know that people are usually silent at first. That's because we might afraid that people would laugh at us because of our stupid ideas. However, when in the shower, we are totally alone. Our mind and body are all alone. It is fine to think something positive or even negative, and you don't have to worry about others. This is the best and helpful situation for you to develop creative thinking. In conclusion, I mentioned three explanations from neuroscientists. They are the release of dopamine, habitual actions, and being alone. As long as we create a similar environment, we will have great chance to let ourselves get into DMN and help us come up with ideas. This is the reference of my topic. Thank you for listening.